Now here in this video, we will be doing the index number exercise, which is chapter 7 of statistics class 11. So the first question number 1 of exercise is, see, an index number which accounts for the reliable importance of the item is known as, and the options are given here: weighted index, simple aggregative index, and simple average of relatives. So obviously the answer, we have done the chapter before in the previous video. So it will be what? Weighted index. Why? Because the weighted index takes into account the relative importance and what weights of different items while calculating the index. These items are more important, having a greater influence on the final index. So answer 1 will be what? Weighted index. That means the option 1. Next is what? In most of the weighted index numbers, the weight pertains to, so options are base year, current year, and both base and current year. So the option will be what? Base year. Why? Because in most weighted index, what happens? The numbers weight pertains to the base year. The fixed base year quantities or values are commonly used as weights, as in case of the last payers index number, which we have done. The third question is what? The impact of change in the price of a commodity with little weight in the index will be, the answer will be what? Small. So the option small, which is first option, will be the correct option. Why? Because what happens here? A commodity with a small weight has less importance. Therefore, even if price changes significantly, its effect on the overall index will be what? It will be very small. So this will be the right option. Now question number 4, a consumer price index measures changes in. So we know that a consumer price index measures changes in what? The options are retail prices, wholesale prices, and producer prices. The answer will be what? Retail prices. Because the CPI measures the average change over time, the retail prices of a fixed basket of goods and services. So number 1, retail prices, will be the correct option. Now question number 5 says the item having the highest weight in consumer price index for industrial workers is, the options are food, housing, clothing. So the answer will be what? It will be food. Why? Because the items having the highest weight in CPI for industrial workers is food, as it accounts for the largest share of expenditure for the industrial workers. That means they like spend mostly on food rather than on housing and clothing. So mostly the expenditure is on food. So food will be the right option. Number 6 is what? In general, inflation is calculated using, we know that it is calculated using what? Wholesale price index, not CPI or PPI. That means not consumer price index or producer price index. Wholesale price index, we have done that, WT minus WT minus 1 by WT minus 1 into 100. So this we have done before. That means time period of T and time period of T minus 1 by time period of T minus 1. So this is what? This is calculated for the WPI and to calculate the inflation rate. So here the wholesale price index will be the correct option. Now we come to question number 7. Why do we need an index number? So answer will be what? Index number is needed because, so these are the points. It helps to measure and compare changes in the value of a variable of a group of related variables over time. Index number measures price changes. Index number measures inflation or deflation, compares prices of goods, cost of living is measured, helps in economic analysis and policy making with planning for goods and businesses, helps in revision of wages and salary through the use of price index numbers. So these are the reasons why we need an index number. Next is question number 8. What are the desirable properties of a base period? So these are the properties. So for answer 8, what we have, the base period, what properties it should have? Normal year. It should not be affected by abnormal droughts, wars, floods, or other natural calamities or pandemics. Next point is what? Recent year. Base year should be current or recent year so that the index reflects the current economic conditions. The third point is what? Representative year. Base year should represent the usual economic and market. Next, reliable data, availability of accurate data is essential. And the last point is free from seasonal fluctuation. So base year should not be affected by any kind of seasonal fluctuations. Now we come to question number 9. Why is it essential to have different CPI for different categories of consumers? So the answer will be what? Different patterns of spending. Industrial workers may spend more on transportation and housing, while agricultural workers spend most on food. So the change of prices affect the groups in different way. Next point is what? Accurate inflation measure. Separate CPI, or like this is what the cost price index provides more accurate estimate of inflation of every consumer category depending on the goods and services they buy. And the third point is what? Policy formation. Government uses various CPI to design and evaluate policies like wage revision, pensions, subsidies, and social welfare programs. D point, or the fifth point, is what? Adjustment in wage and allowances. So dearness allowance, salaries, pensions are linked to the CPI, ensuring fair compensation for changes in the cost of living. And fifth point, which is economic analysis, different CPI helps in understanding the inflation effect on different groups and determine the right support for the required group. So these are the 5 points for answer number 9. Now question number 10. What does the consumer price index for industrial workers measure? This is important. You can have this in the exam also because this is an important question. So the answer will be the CPI for industrial workers measures the average change over time in the retail prices of goods and services consumed by the industrial workers. It reflects also the change in the cost of living for the workers employed in the industries like mining, manufacturing, railways, factories, and plantations. The index depends on the goods and services purchased. So we have done till question number 10. The rest of it, the questions of the exercises, we'll do it in the next video. Thank you.